Before we get into today's MMA news, I want to hear your prediction. Who wins on July 11th, ours, Conor McGregor or Max Holloway? Drop your pick in the comments below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to MMA Signal. We're on the road to 500 subscribers, and I'm grinding every single day to bring you the latest MMA news and fight updates. From UFC drama to historic events, we've got a lot to cover. Now let's get into
My name is Ethan.
Ethan, you got to be a stronger, better man, bro. Like, you would get in prison.
Oh,
Like, you would get straight in prison, dude.
but I got like a crazy Philly show. Ooh.
Yeah, no, dude. No, you got no. I want to get this Chinaman some bro. He's 18 years old. He's a virgin. So if there's any fat women, maybe disabled, maybe with a slight handicap, autistic but not too autistic, hook my hook.
the biggest stories of the week. Joe Rogan believes the UFC White House event may have been the greatest night of fights in UFC.
On my way to Boston for this one thing.
Yeah.
Kind of weird that I'm the only adult here, but we're doing it.
It was just now it's going down the
UFC history. Speaking after the historic card, Rogan praised the event for delivering non-stop action and unforgettable performances from start to finish. The South Lawn was transformed by a 92-foot steel structure known as the Claw, providing lighting for the octagon. Despite the 100-degree DC heat and a brief weather delay, Rogan described the
Mañana vais a tener a una persona representándolos como merecéis. No es una victoria que vamos a recoger, la victoria ya es nuestra. Por eso
¡Viva el español!
To the UFC on Sunday. Two of the UFC social media people are telling me, we were just talking about you. And I said, about what? They said, you and Eric Trump. And I was like, what about me and Eric Trump? Guys, this is at 6:30 p.m. on Sunday night. I go to the event and they're telling me, they're talking to me about something that I have no idea that is going on. I have no idea how long it was up. I have no idea how long it had been taken down. Now, whoever did this, whoever hacked my Twitter, they posted, took it down because they think that people are going to believe stuff like that. At the end of the day, I would never do anything like that. I would never engage in those conversations. I would never go to Twitter and post that after engaging in those conversations. I just wouldn't do that. It's not what I do. So then I go and look at my Twitter account and I see all these like comments on the next thing that I ended up posting about it. Or on my Instagram channel, people are asking me, why did I delete a tweet or something? I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea what was going on.
We're coming to Philly. We got Islam Makhachev and Ian Gary, and we got a great summer slated. So I'm looking forward to it.
UFC 330 in Philadelphia. That feels like a big. Is that announced? Is that known or no? Is that something that we just learned? I don't know if.
Yeah, we're coming back. This is the first time we're back in Philly since like 2019, I think. I love going to Celtics games in Philly. The Philly fans are awesome, man. Every time I go in there and I got my Celtics shit on, the Philly fans are like, you got some balls wearing that in here. Yeah. UFC sucks.
On that card, co-main event, strawweight, UFC Women's Strawweight Championship, Mackenzie Dern and Jillian Robertson. As well.
Yep,
so,
that's a fun one.
Hey, Philly's...
The eventual conditions as absolutely perfect. With multiple title implications and shocking results, many fans are calling it one of the most memorable events ever seen. And according to Rogan, given the unique setting and the quality of matches, it might just be the best of them all. The event also featured a massive military presence, with thousands of tickets allocated to uniformed personnel. Fighters were even escorted through the Oval Office by Medal of Honor recipients, adding a weight of tradition to the night. Daniel Cormier has finally addressed the controversy surrounding alleged messages between himself and Eric Trump. The drama began when screenshots appeared on Cormier's verified X account, depicting a...
But also arrogance can get you into problems. When Justin has spoke about that.
And that's through Justin's experience. Like, the whole thing is you always want to expect a war. And when you go in with that mentality, if you have a war, at least you've already accepted it. Him going in there and celebrating the night before, and just the arrogance of that, like, no one's gifted in this world. It takes hard work. It definitely takes belief like he has, but this world is a motherfucker sometimes, and I hope the best to Ilia. I hope he recovers, and I hope he knows how to balance what that is, because, you never have a
private Instagram conversation. In the screenshots, Eric Trump allegedly asked for betting advice and questioned whether any upcoming fights were rigged. The post quickly went viral, but it was deleted shortly after, leading to a massive firestorm across social media platforms. Eric Trump publicly denied ever having contact with Cormier, claiming the screenshots were completely fake and AI generated. Now, Cormier has broken his silence, explaining in a YouTube video that his ex account had been compromised by a hacker. Cormier insists the screenshots were fabricated and that no such conversation with Eric Trump ever took place. He spent 2 days trying to secure his account while calling the fights, describing the timing as incredibly stressful. Many fans questioned how the post appeared on a verified account, but Cormier maintains it was a sophisticated hack. As of now, both Cormier and Eric Trump are in agreement. The alleged conversation simply never happened. Sean Strickland is making headlines again, this time for an unusual interaction with one of his dedicated fans. The former middleweight champion ran into a supporter and, in classic fashion, gave him some very unexpected advice. Strickland didn't hold back, sharing his thoughts with the kind of brutal honesty that has become.
There's not a doubt about it, and he gets excited in trying to finish the fight. You know what it's like when you get somebody hurt and you're trying to finish a fight. I can go back and look at your fight, we'll say against Nate Diaz. Were all of your shots legal?
I gotta look at it. Okay. I gotta go back and take a look.
Good.
I felt like they were.
I want you to. I know you were trying to be legal, but he moves at times. And when he moves, you hit him to an illegal area. But I can't put that on you. No, this is the whole point. I can't put that on you, because as you're throwing something and you're intending to try to hit a legal spot and he moves his head just an inch and a half, 2 inches, now it becomes illegal. I can't expect you to stop that punch that you're throwing in mid form, because all of a sudden now he's turned you. That shot now becomes legal. Mm-hmm. And we'll tell the fighters in the back. But first off, I'll explain. Do you understand what the back of the head is? And then I'll say, okay, let me explain
his trademark. The encounter caught massive attention online, with fans reacting to both the advice and Strickland's intense delivery. Whether you agree with his outlook or not, Strickland always finds a way to keep the entire MMA world talking. But that's not all for Sean. He also took on one of Boston's most notorious playground slides in a viral stunt. The video showed Strickland testing the high-speed slide, narrowly avoiding what could have been a very painful injury. Fortunately, he walked away with only minor slide burns, which he later joked about on his social media. Meanwhile, renowned coach Trevor Wittman had a powerful reaction to Ilia Topuria's pre-fight celebrations. Wittman's message was simple: arrogance will get you in trouble. A comment that feels much heavier after Topuria's loss. Fans are now revisiting the extreme confidence and celebrations that Topuria displayed leading up to the fight. And now for the biggest news story of the day. The wait for the next major title defense is officially over. Islam Makhachev will defend his title against Ian Machado Gary in the main event of UFC 330 this August. Dana White confirmed the matchup on the Pat McAfee show, ending weeks of speculation about Makhachev's...
The stoppage from Ciryl Gane, in my opinion, was 100% legal, and I'll explain why.
Next move. The event marks the UFC's return to Philadelphia, and White seemed particularly excited about the city's energy. The card also features Mackenzie Dern taking on Jillian Robertson in a massive strawweight championship showdown. Interestingly, some fans noticed that White's reveal felt low-key, focused more on the location than the main event. Regardless, UFC 330 is shaping up to be one of the year's biggest cards, with more major matchups expected soon. The controversy surrounding Alex Pereira's loss to Ciryl Gane continues to divide the MMA world even weeks later. Veteran referee Big John McCarthy recently shared his perspective on the Weighing In podcast. Pereira claimed Gane landed illegal strikes to the back of the head and that Herb Dean failed to intervene. However, McCarthy doesn't believe there was intentional foul play, attributing the strikes to the chaos of the finish. In his view, Gane was simply trying to force a stoppage, making his actions reckless rather than malicious. McCarthy noted that Pereira's own movement during the sequence made it harder for Gane to land clean shots. Because of that, the situation is far more complicated than simply labeling the strikes as intentional fouls. These comments align with Herb Dean's own defense, where he maintained the fight was handled correctly by the rules. With opinions coming from across the sport, the debate remains a central talking point after UFC Freedom 250. Alex Pereira has since changed course regarding a potential appeal of his loss, signaling a new strategy. He confirmed on the Ariel Helwani show that he will not be pursuing legal action or an official appeal. Instead, Pereira wants a fair rematch with Ciryl Gane, targeting September as the ideal timeframe for the fight. He'd rather prove himself inside the octagon than spend months fighting the result in a courtroom. This decision is welcomed by fans who prefer seeing rivalries settled with gloves on rather than through paperwork. A second fight between Pereira and Gane could quickly become one of the most anticipated matchups of the year. Joe Rogan has also revealed the first viewership numbers for the White House event, and they are massive. According to Rogan, the event accumulated just over 150 million views by Monday, a record-breaking figure. While enormous, it falls short of the 1 billion view projection that some ambitious fans had predicted. Michael Bisping has also defended the finish, stating that Gane's stoppage victory was completely legal. Now for a sobering update on Ilia Topuria. The damage he sustained during his loss was more severe than initially thought. His close friend Pablo Motos revealed that Topuria suffered a broken nose and fractures to both orbital bones. Topuria was reportedly struggling to fully open his eyes days after the fight due to the intense facial swelling. Despite the injuries, Motos says Topuria's mindset remains incredibly strong and focused on the future. Topuria perfectly summed up his mentality by saying, "Champions, when we fall hard." He's already looking for a rematch with Justin Gaethje, specifically hoping for the fight to take place in Spain. Before we wrap things up, let's highlight some of the best comments from our last MMA Signal video. One viewer pointed out that someone referred to Mauricio Ruffi as Charles Oliveira, and almost nobody caught it. Another fan suggested a UFC event on an aircraft carrier in the middle of the ocean. Now that would be wild. My favorite comment? Never mess with someone who can backflip off the cage. That is truly solid life advice. We love seeing your thoughts, from funny observations to deep takes on competition and knowing when to walk away. Keep dropping your thoughts below because your comment could be featured in our next MMA Signal report. If you enjoyed today's update, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to MMA Signal for more daily news. Turn on those notifications so you never miss a beat. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.